14 minutes after 11 o'clock. It is 25 degrees. It's unseasonably hot, I got to be honest with you. We're still in winter. Weird, really weird. Wednesday, August 31st. You're right here at Galaxy, and I'll tell you what, let me do this.
Galaxy 107fm.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today, very, very happy to be staying in New York. We were in New Jersey just a wee while ago with Maddie Cabot, and today we're going to be joining Sydney Irving. And believe me, this young lady, she's been in the breakfast show now number of weeks. I've got to be honest, a couple of weeks. Everybody has been requesting her, so it is only prudent that we have a chat and find out why she is so popular. But in the meantime, let me do this. I want to let you know how happy we are to be in association with Rise Up TV, Big Record, Sony Music, The Orchard, right here with Galaxy.
Another indie artist interview brought to you by Galaxy 107 FM in association with Rise Up TV, Big Record and Sony Music, The Orchard.
Also, I want to give a big shout out to Jimmy Buffett, who's introduced Sydney Irving to us, and believe me, fascinating reading, absolutely fascinating reading. We're going to dissect the bio, and it's going to be fun doing it. We really, really are. But first of all, let me do this. Here is Sydney Irving joining us live at Galaxy. You can't forget about me. And now don't forget too, by the way, when you watch this over there on YouTube, you know what to do, right? No, you do. Serious. Sub, thumb, bell. Bingo. Bell notifications when we have important people, much like Sydney Irving joining us. Thumb, get epileptic. Go on, hit the thumb. Show us you like us. And then, of course, subscribe. Become part of the noise. Believe me, it's growing exponentially around the world. So do that. Just double dare you. In the meantime, you can't forget about me. Here's Sydney Irving at Galaxy. So that gives us a couple of minutes to get to know each other. Just turn this up a little bit. Shimmer Johnson is joining us. Nice to have Shimmer back. It really, really is. How are you, Shimmer? Hope you're staying well. I really do. Sydney, you've been doing this since you were about 12 now?
Yeah, I started performing out when I was probably 14, but I started writing songs when I was 12.
Okay, so you're a late bloomer.
Yeah, I guess so.
I spoke to one person not so long ago, a young lady, 5 years of age, she was on stage.
Oh, wow.
You know, that's phenomenal, it really is. And today, I mean, she's only 21 today, and it's just, it shows. You know what I mean?
You 3-1.
Definitely.
Really, really does. So I love people who have been in the game as long as you have, and I've got to congratulate you. I heard you had a pretty good weekend.
Yes, thank you. We were in Pennsylvania. I played a show just with my acoustic guitar, my Breedlove guitar, and then the band came down and we played. They put out a floating stage, and they have tons and tons of boats that line up, and we got to play there, and then we also got to play at a really cool venue just down the street a little bit.
Very cool, very cool. Was that a lake?
Yeah, on a lake.
Right, absolutely fantastic. I love the boats we're lining up too, by the way. That's fantastic. Terry Van Cannon is joining us. Nice to have you, brother man, all the way from North Carolina. Terry Van Cannon is a slide steel master. This guy is brilliant. He really, really is. He says, welcome, Sydney. Looking forward to learning about you. So we will endeavour to enlighten the man. What do you reckon, Sydney?
I think that sounds perfect to me.
Now, I hope you can understand my accent.
Your accent?
Yeah, I hope you can understand me. Believe me, some people can't.
No, you're all set.
But I tell you what, at the end of this, I don't know whether you would want a stiff drink or a psychiatrist. Now, I know a good pub in your area, and I've got a psychiatrist that lives down the road if you need her, okay?
Well, I guess it's all if you can understand my accent.
Oh, believe me, I've been talking to Americans pretty much all my life.
She's not American. Well, she
I'm
is,
half
but-
American myself.
Can't forget about me.
107.
Now, normally we would be leaving the latest music to the very last of the interview, but production have taken upon it themselves to put this in first. And believe me, this is absolutely fantastic. So, welcome to Galaxy Sydney. It is an absolute pleasure, and I feel very humbled to make your acquaintance.
Thank you so much for having me. We're excited to be here.
Well, believe me, we're very, very excited to have you as well. Loving the hardware in your lap too, by the way. I've got to be honest with you. That looks a very complicated machine. I want to talk about that very, very shortly. But we started the show with You Can't Forget About Me. This is your latest track, isn't it?
Yeah, very recently I wrote it on my bedroom floor like I do all of my songs with my Breed Love guitar. And I brought it into the studio with my friend and producer Steve Sopchak, and it started as a very acoustic, folky kind of a song, and I brought it in and I was like, I want to make it kind of a poppy rock song, and so we took it and turned it on its head, and now there it is.
Well, I got to be honest with you, since we've been playing it, and believe me, people have been asking for it, 1,291 requests so far, and climbing, because believe me, we are playing your music here at Galaxy, we really, really are. But we haven't been saying a lot about it. What we've been doing is just playing it, testing the waters, like dipping the toe in, in the water, to see how people would react to it. And I got to be honest, your music is blowing up here at Galaxy. Everybody's loving your work. They really are. So very, very happy to have you finally talking to us. Got to say hi to Jimmy Buffett as well. Really do. Brian Kitola is joining us, and Franco Nanucci. Nice to have you on board, Franco. It really, really is. Now, Sydney, I've got a few questions for you as we go through this interview. And some of them are fan questions, some of them nothing is pre-prepared, okay? So believe me, everything's off the cuff. But I do have a young lady. Her name is Rachel, coming out of South Dakota, and she's asking, as a fan, Sydney, how do I get hold of you? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? Are you a talker? But more importantly, Sydney, do you respond?
I always respond. I don't always respond right away, but within the day, you'll get a response. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook. You can also find me at my website, sydneyirvingmusic.com. I'm on YouTube and TikTok and Twitter.
By the way, do you have a website?
I do, sydneyirvingmusic.com.
And do you have a merch store there? Can we buy merch? Can we get, t-shirts, koozies, guitar picks, stuff like that?
Always. There's really cool t-shirts. You can find CDs. We also do a special limited edition CD single. Actually, there's one for You Can't Forget About Me, the song that you just heard. There's only 100 in the whole entire universe, and they're all hand-signed and numbered.
Now, you've put out a few CDs, haven't you? I mean, let's go back to Hello Stranger, for instance, all the way through to Relaxed Friends, and now, of course, You Can't Forget About Me. I'm going to ask you very, very shortly about new music on the way. Is there new stuff coming? I'll let you permeate with that one, and maybe, just maybe, you might want to send me a few tracks or something like that so that we can do another interview, if you survive this one, basically, what I'm saying. But I reckon all you need is love, don't you? I mean, hey, the Beatles thought about it. John Lennon thought about All You Need Is Love. Tell me about All You Need Is Love.
So that's my song, All I Need Is You, and that was off of my latest album called Relax with Fiends. And we shot a music video for it at a very beautiful theater in Utica, New York. It's called the Stanley Theater, and you can find it right on YouTube.
You know, I got that wrong, didn't I? I really did. Glass is not working right. All I need is you. Yeah, not love. Gosh, I'm a Kiwi. Come on, give me a break. It's Sydney Irving coming out of New York. Here we go. All I need is you. Gosh, I got that one wrong. I'm sorry, Sydney.
It's just one word.
Yeah, absolutely. But one word counts sometimes. Glenda Phillips is joining us, our apostle. Hello, Glenda. Nice to have you back. It really is a pleasure to have you on board. It really is. Sydney, do you know much about New Zealand?
I know a little bit about New Zealand, not very much though.
Okay, let me tell you, we're made up of 3 islands here in New Zealand. One of them is not Australia. Okay, that's our West Island, way over the, our neighbours, okay? But we're a little lower down than Australia on the globe.
Okay.
3 islands. The little one right down the bottom of New Zealand is the only island that actually got a name. Literally. It's called Stewart, which is a good manly name, don't you think?
I think so.
Then whoever named New Zealand, I don't know, their brain power must have left them. No imagination. They called the next one South Island. And we're in the North Island, okay? So believe me, South and North, yay, great. I'd love to rename them, to be honest, much like the Moon as well. But I want to rename the Moon. It's such a boring name, Moon. Don't you think? But what I'm getting at is we actually see the light of day first before anybody else. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So we kind of figure the rest of the world's behind us.
You come first.
Yeah, we do. We do, literally. Lisa Sanders is joining us from, of course, Big Records and Rise Up TV. Nice to have you on board. Nice to have the executives tuning in. Hey, Lisa, how are you? Do you know about Big Records and Rise Up TV?
I do a little bit. Yeah, they're very cool.
Have you worked with them?
Not yet.
Do you want to?
They're very nice.
Through Jimmy.
Do you want to? They go to New York all the time. Okay, literally. And
Where it's at, that's where I live.
they have a big bus and they tour around all over the place, literally, with a TV crew. So if you get on the bus, don't forget one thing. It's no longer whatever stays on the road stays on the road. It doesn't happen anymore. They got a TV camera. Okay, but we could jack that up for you,
Hi,
literally.
John. How are you?
Having said that, they're coming to New Zealand. Let's go back to the guest.
Only you. All I need is you. All I need is you. I'll never say I do, but all I need is you.
Galaxy.
I got to apologise, Sydney. You may be wondering what I'm laughing at here, to be very honest with you. A good friend of mine coming from Rise Up TV, Big Records, and the Cat Show, all of that is tuned in. His name is Tim Steinrach, and I seem to be wearing his T-shirt today. Really, believe me, it's a subliminal thing, Sydney. Literally, people who see me T-shirts, I wear them. Other people that watch these go on the interwebby thing, and before you know it, you've sold another half a dozen or so. You know what I'm saying? It's all about promotions. And I might talk to you about that very shortly. Tim Steinrach says, nice shirt as well. As well. Yeah, believe me, I'll tell you about that one too. Barbara Harkins, big love. And Canada, the mighty one. Yes, fantastic band. And of course, Lisa Sanders says, love grants tea as well. Yeah, absolutely. You see, people notice the t-shirts, and before you know it, they're out there buying it, much like your CDs, your koozies, your everything else, believe me. So I might talk to you about that very shortly. Love you guys. Yeah, thank you, Tim. Love you back. Having said that, and believe me, I'm fascinated with this, I really, really am. You're a proud Breedlove guitar promoter, user. What's a Breedlove guitar?
So a Breedlove guitar, I'm actually holding one right now. They make wonderful acoustic guitars, they make beautiful ukuleles, and a few other acoustic instruments, and wonderful quality. They look beautiful. Actually, it's the only acoustic guitar that I rock on stage because I love them so much.
Now, this is really fascinating. I love the Motorhead t-shirt too, by the way, I've got to be honest with you.
Thank you.
I love well, you know, yeah, Lemmy. Anyway, moving on, believe me, you'll see now, you start to understand why I said you might need a psychiatrist or a stiff drink at the end of this. And believe me, I do have a psychiatrist in your area. Are you in the 5 boroughs?
Say that again?
Are you in the 5 boroughs?
The 5 boroughs?
Yeah. In New York.
No, I am in upstate New York, not in the city.
Okay. Oh, fair enough too. Believe me.
I'm where all the farms are.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Great. Absolutely fantastic. Have performed a couple of times, I've got to be honest with you, in some of the venues in New York, and have played with some very, very famous bands over the years. Much like the Garden, we've played in the Garden and Asbury Park, places like that. So, you know, we're very familiar with New York. In fact, my psychiatrist over there says I could be a cab driver. Believe me. Yeah, well, okay. I see in the news this morning too, by the way, the Chicken Union has come out and said that chickens are no longer crossing the road.
What?
Yeah, that's what I said. They're taking Uber, apparently.
Who knew?
You're going to take a Uber. Okay, fair enough. You get it very much. Tell me about Make Me Stay. This is a fantastic track and one of the few tracks that I do play in my car with you.
Thank you very much. Make Me Stay, I wrote with my Breedlove guitar again, and I brought it in with Steve, who has worked on my latest album and then my newest singles, and we created the song and wanted it to kind of be like almost like an aching kind of like Make Me Stay. And with the music video, we did a video inspired by Halloween, and so we did lots of monster makeup, and we recorded it at a big haunted house called Fright Nights, which is in Syracuse, New York, right next to Black Mamba Skate Park. And we had all monster makeup out, and it was really a fun one to make.
You know, I'm a big fan of ghosty stuff, I gotta be honest with you. Well, as long as it's not a clown. I don't like clowns, but I like ghosts. I do. And I like investigating them as well. So believe me, I know about Mamba Park. Fantastic place in its own right. Really is. In the meantime, Sydney, let's move on. Joining us live is Sydney Irving and Make Me Stay here at Galaxy. Are you familiar with Lord of the Rings?
I tried to read it for school, and I never made it through it.
Okay.
So
Did
not
you
really.
did you ever see the video? The movie?
I think I parts of it. I never finished it though.
Okay, well, the original set is just about an hour and a half's drive from where we are.
Oh
And,
wow, really?
We'd love to ask you this, really, really would, Sydney. Would you consider possibly coming to New Zealand and playing in front of New Zealand audiences?
I'd love to.
We'd love to show you around, show you a little bit of our country, show you some of our culture, and of course we could show you Lord of the Rings. Well, the rest of the staff can. I'm just not allowed back on. true. It's true. It was something to do with about a security guard's golf cart. Went
It's a
missing.
real story, everyone.
I mean, that's a very common thing to happen.
Yeah, yeah. Me driving down the motorway in a security golf cart. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, but it happened. It really did. Ended up in the middle of a lake. Speaking of
wow.
lakes,
Oh my god.
the weird thing is they actually found it.
Huh.
Yeah, I really didn't think they would. I mean, I've got a friend of mine who's got a helicopter. We dropped it in the middle of the lake. What do you know? They found it 2 years later. They still won't let me in the park though.
Scuba dive to find it?
Tim Stohodrux is outlaw as well. As well Critter is what my Facebook sign name is, okay? So if you see As Well Critter come up, you know it's me, okay? Because, yeah, I'm not even going to explain
Are
that
you
one.
going to tell them why you were named that?
Why I was named As Well Critter? Well, actually, I was being funny on Facebook when I was lining it up, and it came up with, I was trying to say critter as well. But then it reversed it and came up with As Well Critter.
That's not the real story.
Mhm.
I will tell
It's
them
the
the real
one
story.
I'm going to tell you. Okay, literally. Have you ever heard of Queenstown?
No.
Be good.
Okay, and I don't mean Queensland in Australia.
Here we go.
That's, Queensland. I mean, that's where all the men wear dresses and high heels and drive fast in women's clothing. Queenstown is a little boutique kind of town come city down the South Island. It's an adventure kind of place. You can go and have a hell of a good time down there. But all the A-listers go there to get away from the paparazzi. And,
Oh, wow.
Pre-pandemic, Kevin Costner, Keanu Reeves, who else was down there? Tom Cruise was down there. Shania Twain owns property down there, so you never know who you might bump into.
Oh, how cool.
But you don't want to bump into me.
I would.
No, you won't, because I'll throw you off a bridge.
Oh no.
Yeah, we'll do a bungee thing. Tim Steinreich is trying to be the investigative reporter right now. He wants the real story. I'm not going to give it to you, Tim. I'm sorry. It's just, it's R-rated, okay? And this is a children's show.
I'll tell
For
you
me,
then.
that is, anyway. I'm not going to break
you
that
know
rule.
New Year's
Having
Eve.
said that, Sydney,
I've got
I
you
did
in.
say I'd throw you off a bridge. Have you ever done bungee jumping before?
I never have. My stepmom to go skydiving on her birthday one year, and the day before we said, all right, 10 a.m. you're going skydiving, and we brought her and I guess technically sent her out of the plane, but that's as close as I've been to anything like that.
Okay, well, I've been doing skydiving for about 37 years now, believe me, and have been instructing it for many, many years along the way. So believe me, heights don't worry me. In fact, I think pre-pandemic, the last one I ever did, which is rather humorous, to be honest with you, the airport rang me up and says, we've got some tourists here, want to do a jump, want to come along and earn a bit of money. I went, yeah, absolutely, let's go and do that, because I love the air time, basically. So I get in there. These people are being instructed, as you would normally expect, and they're giving their suits and their parachutes and everything like that. I just walk to the back of the room and just sit down and watch. I've got all my gear ready to go. And as the plane comes in, I just walk out and go straight into the back of the plane. This one nervous young man gets in, so I hook myself to him, you know what I mean. And as we get to the drop zone, we just start to level out about, 3,500, 4,000 feet. As we're leaning forward just to the point of no return, I hit him on the helmet and said, have you been an instructor long?
Oh no!
that fella screamed all the way to the ground. Believe me. But I did ask you about Queenstown. It is a little boutique town. It does have a lot of A-listers from around the world go down there. So as I said, you never know who you might run into. A friend of mine introduced bungee jumping to New Zealand, and we would love to be able to include a few. Well, if you're not pumping the heart, you're not enjoying yourself. You know what I mean?
I can get that. Although I don't know if heights are for me.
Well, I tell you what, if you're that nervous, I'll do a tandem with you.
Okay, maybe.
Okay? Yeah, I'll get one of the girls to jump with you.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, when I get to New Zealand, then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. But I tell you what, down there we have a place called the Shotover River as well, which has these huge jet boats. Just phenomenal, go full noise down this. I mean, it's wall-to-wall wall with these jet boats going so fast. They can turn these things around, upside down, inside out, all over the place, but they guarantee you won't spill your beer.
That's wild.
Yeah, I had one guy say, how do you guarantee that? I said, we're civil, we have lids. It's true, he did ask, he really did. But you do get wet, much like rain.
Excuse my coffee.
And if you're out in the rain, well, okay. If you're out in the jet boats, much better. Rain. This is fascinating, the song. I want to know the in-depth skinny about this track. Tell me all about it.
Rain was the lead single off of the newest album, and it's about, I guess, letting go of negativity and people that are just not helping you to be the best person that you can be. And so you just kind of gotta go ahead and be yourself and kind of let loose those kind of negative things in order to, I guess, step into the rain and be clean of all the negativity.
You know, love it, love it, love it. And believe me, people are requesting you. They really, really are. In the meantime, here at Galaxy is Sydney Irving and Rain. That weather wasn't recorded out your window or anything, was it?
No, it wasn't. That was just for the music video.
Okay, because believe me, a friend of mine who has a band coming out of Norway, he gave us a song one day and I went, wow, that's a great sound effect. He goes, no, I just walked outside and held the microphone up. He says it was that wild. I went, wow, wow.
In the song played earlier,
Item.
All I Need Is You. In the background, you can hear birds chirping and stuff.
Mhm.
We had recorded that when everything was shut down, so you couldn't go into the studio.
And so I went to my producer's house and set up a microphone outside of his window. And so the birds chirping are totally legit.
Fantastic. That's a great backstory, actually. It really, really is. I've got to let you know, I've been an engineer for about 30 odd years, almost 40 years. And it's not often, Sydney, that I have a band or a singer or an artist presented to me, because I hear bands, artists and singers every day, songwriters, but it's not often that I hear something that takes my imagination. And then people start requesting you so much that I can't get away from you. You're haunting me in the breakfast show. You really are. I congratulate you, because that's phenomenal in its own right.
Thank you.
But I love your work. I really do. And believe me, I've worked with some of the biggest bands in the world and some of the biggest and most renowned recording studios in the world. And as I say, it's not often that I hear something that takes my imagination. So I'm hoping you're going to keep up the good work.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
That's very, very true. Tim Steinreich says, hi, Barbara.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, Tim. Oh, dearie, dearie, dear. Tim's with JD on Cat,
Hi,
which is
Tim.
with Rise Up TV and Big Records. So,
Okay, awesome.
and when I first met Tim a number of years ago, it was a sticky start. It really, really was, because I just text him and says, hey, hello, and he goes, who the heck are you and what the heck do you want? I went, hey, I'm just a humble DJ. I just want to play your music. Is that okay? We become best of friends ever since. You know what I'm saying?
That's great.
He's a good man. And he will probably be back in New York in no time. Rise Up TV and Big Records are actually coming to New Zealand. They're doing a world tour. So,
Oh, wow. How
believe me.
cool.
Yeah, making documentaries as we go about the artists, the songs, the music, the area, the culture, everything like that. So maybe, just maybe, we might be able to introduce you, get you on the bus. What do you reckon?
They should send them all bungee jumping.
Oh,
That'd be good.
That's a given. That's a given. In fact, there's a number of people I want to throw out of a plane. You know who you are.
Looks like rain. Looks like rain. Washed out blazing like a breeze.
Sydney, Nancy from Manchester in the UK is asking, are you considering going on a world tour anytime soon? Will you look at the UK? Will you come and perform over there?
I would love to. And right now, I'd love to.
Well, believe me, there's a lot of people from around the world, and I'll let you know the stats at the end of this. You will be fascinated. Believe me, there's about 170 odd countries tuned in right now. I'll give you the total of that. I'm pretty sure it's more than that, actually. And a couple of thousand cities around the world. So believe me, you're a superstar here at Galaxy. You really, really are.
Very nice.
Having said that, Sydney, and believe me, this is fascinating to me because I've never seen our audience, our audio audience from every corner of the world, take to a particular artist and a particular track as fast as they've taken to Seasons Change. Now, believe me, I want to know how that happened. How come this is so successful?
Well, Seasons Change was released last summer, and basically I wanted to release a song that was summer inspired, summer fun, and I called my friend and producer, Steven. I was like, yeah, I've never really totally co-written a song with somebody. Would you be interested in possibly co-writing it with me? And I was like, yeah, sure, we could totally do that. And so I think probably a week or so later, I get an email, and it just starts off like, I just had a dream that we were sitting outside with guitars, and we wrote the chorus to the song, and I woke up and jumped out of bed and recorded the chorus as fast as I could, and he sent the chorus over of Seasons Change, and I loved it, and we took the chorus and finished the song from there, and then we shot the video and released it into the world.
You know, 3,357 requests so far. Believe me, people are requesting it. I'm getting it every day at the Galaxy Breakfast Show, and that's primarily made up literally of requests for artists and songs, okay? Believe me, production has no say in that. It all goes from what everybody around the world want to hear in our breakfast show. So we're hearing you consistently every morning, and, well, I congratulate you, I really do. So the number one Sydney Irving track here at Galaxy, Seasons Change. Check it out. That's phenomenal.
Thank you.
I mean, 3,300 people are asking for your music. That is damn wow. You know what I mean? It really is.
That's wild.
Terry Van Cannon says, I like your sound. Nice job, Sydney. Believe me, great guy. How many, please?
193.
Oh, okay. Very cool. 193 countries are tuned in.
Oh, wow.
You're a superstar, I told you.
23, 84.
Oh, okay. And 2,384 cities are tuned in.
Oh wow, that's
I-
a ton.
I will give you the full amount of people that were logged into the interview at the end of this. No point in giving it to you now because it's still going up. But
Thank you.
we are going to wrap this up after this, but please don't go anywhere because the girls want to do a few photos and stuff like that, okay? What they do is they put it all, Barbara puts it together in a movie. You'll get a copy of everything, literally. We put it on YouTube because that'll be there when the dinosaurs come back, if you know what I mean. Have you ever been a cartoon before?
A cartoon.
Actually, just the other day, the guys in the band, Randy, who he plays bass, him and Evan, who plays drums, they had somebody draw the band as a cartoon, and now it's hung on my wall. So.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, this you can't put on your wall. You might want to give it to people you don't like, I don't know. We're going to make you into a cartoon as well. And by the way, we were talking about the Beatles before. Did you note in the background the photo? I did.
Oh.
I did.
Yes.
Yes. Believe me, I've walked across that crossing.
Have you?
Yeah, I have.
We have the Beatles at Kiss, and then I have Ronnie James Dio.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, I noticed Kiss as well. Gene Simmons said that I have the second longest tongue in the world.
Really?
Yeah, he did. He really did.
I got to meet Gene Simmons at a Tops grocery store.
Very cool, very cool. That's like me buying a packet of cigarettes at a Foursquare, walking out and smacking into Robert Plant.
No way.
Yeah. Here, in this town, which is unheard of.
Ooh, seasons change.
You know, I absolutely love Seasons Change. I really, really do. And I congratulate Sydney for the success for having it in my breakfast show consistently over the last number of weeks. And I can see it lasting there a little bit longer yet. You never know, it might even get in, because it already is in the charts, I think. I'll have to research that one. I think it's about 19, something like that. I have 17. Okay, thank you very much. Believe me, you're in the Galaxy charts, which again is phenomenal. It really, really is, number 17. Having said that, Sydney, we are going to have to wrap it up very, very shortly, but I do have just a couple of quick questions for you. First one is, are you recording more music at the moment? Are you looking at releasing new stuff? Basically, what I'm saying is, will you come back again?
Definitely. Like right now as we speak, but also kind of until the end of the year, working big on performing out. We're booked all the way through the end of the year, and we're booking into next year. Shout out to Grace Musicians Group, Jim Buffett. And besides that, writing, rocking out.
Absolutely fantastic. We might have to have a chat to Jimmy, literally, to get you down here in New Zealand, and hope, because it's great to be back at work. The pandemic was, well, in a word, yuck, to be honest. So many artists couldn't do a heck of a lot, so of course they were doing a lot of writing, a lot of recording, stuff like that, all via the wonderful interwebby device. So we would love to be able to see you here in New Zealand playing live in front of New Zealand audiences, literally, and we have a number of people we'd love to be able to associate you with to be able to get you here as well. So believe me, we'd like to talk to you about that. Having said that though, are you familiar with the Galaxy Artist page on Facebook?
Yes.
All I can suggest there is use it. Whatever, forget everything else I've said, use it. Literally, there is so many people. Go and have a look in there. If you've got a new logo, a new poster, a new song, if you're going to the opening of a shoebox, use it. You know what I mean? People want to know about Sydney Irving. They really, really do. So please, and it's free. It really is. Promote yourself, use it, and people will follow. They really will. Having said that, magazine? Yep, absolutely. I would like Barbara to get in touch with you to introduce you to a friend of mine over in India. He has a magazine counted to be possibly the next Rolling Stone magazine. It's that good. It really, really is. Jay, in his region where he comes from in India, about 8 million people, and I'm pretty sure he knows each and every one of them by first name. He's that popular. But this magazine is phenomenal. It really, really is. And we would love to be able to get you into that magazine. Hopefully before Christmas, I've got to be honest, because it is that popular. But would you consider that?
Absolutely, yeah, definitely. Send me over the information.
I will get Barbara to get in touch with you. Now, at the start of this, I did ask you if you had a website whether you sold merch, whether you had T-shirts. Going to ask you, will you send me a T-shirt?
Oh my goodness, yeah.
You know, I'd love to be able to promote you while I'm doing this, and as you've seen through the day, that people do actually go and take notice of who I'm wearing, get on the interwebby thing, and before you know it, you've sold CDs, you've sold koozies, you've sold T-shirts, and at the same time, it's subliminal. We're not forcing it into people, you know what I mean? But they do go and have a look, and it's all, again, about promoting Sydney Irving, so we would love to be able to do that as well. One last question for you, and this one's really, really important because I think I would love to be able to receive this one myself. How would you like to do me a couple of voice drops that I can play on the radio so that people keep knowing who Sydney Irving is? Something like, hi, it's Sydney Irving, you can hear me on Galaxy 107 FM, something like that. And I would love to be able to promote you that way as well. Would you do that for me?
For sure, yeah.
Nice. Just for the MP3. Our systems don't like wave for some reason. They think they're going to the beach.
You're like, I don't know how to surf. What are you doing?
Believe me, actually I do know how to surf. I spent my childhood raised up around a beach, so believe me. And I started with an old wooden longboard, my father's old longboard. So believe me, I know how to do that. Kinda, because it's been a few years.
I do not.
Okay, well, believe me, I'll have to learn to refloat a board. I think it's been a number of years since I've done it, but you know, I think it'll come back. We'll have to give it a go. We'll be weird together with surfboards. What do you reckon?
We'll surf and bungee jump. It'll be perfect.
Yeah, oh, believe me, I've got a lot more to do for you, my girl. I really do. Have you heard of a Zorb?
No.
Oh, fun. Lots of fun. Do you drink?
No, I can't.
Okay, fair enough. So we're not going to do a winery tour with you, okay? And we won't get you drunk, put you in the Zorb. A Zorb is a big clear plastic round ball, okay? And believe me, you don't want to go in there with anything other than a bikini because there's water in there. You know what I mean? And what we do is we roll you down a big hill. And I mean a big hill. Literally, it's huge. Absolutely fantastic. But we'll put some runners in front of you, and now we've got human Skittles. It's fun. I tell you what, I usually get people to get drunk and get in there for a number of reasons. I like to see them throw up, to be honest with you, which is my sort of kind of thing. But we give, you know, the guys, have you ever heard of a mankini?
Now, don't go down
Okay,
that road.
it's like a G-string, but it just goes over your shoulders for men. It's big, okay? The biggest problem with that was we didn't know where to put the logo.
Please
It's true.
excuse them,
Very true.
everyone. I
But we
can't
like to put
shut
guys
them
in these, send them down the hill with this ball.
Oh.
Ladies in, of course, their bikinis. We like to get them drunk first and give them waterproof phones so that they, you know, if you manage to run over somebody and try and take a photo, the looks on their face is priceless. I'm serious, it really is. It's a lot of fun. Patricia Chambers is joining us. Donnie Colt is also joining us. And I might ask you, please don't go anywhere just yet. We're going to take a couple of photos, make a movie for you. You'll receive this probably by tomorrow night. And if you don't like it, show it to all your friends you don't like, okay?
Okay. Oh, I just want to say a quick shout out to Breed Love Guitars, Grace Musicians Group, RT Customs, Rise and Shine, and the guys from the band, The Mojo, Evan, Randy, Griffin, Luke. And thank you for having me on today.
Absolute pleasure, and nice you got all of those in as well. Absolutely good to have a plug or two. Really is. And guys in the band, love your work as well. In the meantime, let me tell you how happy we are to be in association with Rise Up TV, Big Records, Sony Music, The Orchard, right here at Galaxy.
Another indie artist interview brought to you by Galaxy 107 FM in association with Rise Up TV, Big Record and Sony Music They Watch It. Galaxy 107 FM.
Galaxy FM.
Blast off.
If I turn right on this road, I drive by your house. It doesn't matter much, but that's what my mind does. And yeah, I wonder sometimes how you think of me. Like I'm raised good and wholesome. Do they bleed? Well, go pretend you don't remember me. We've gone to friends. One thing will never be. Sincere apologies, but however hard you try, you can't forget about me. About me. God, we never said things we ever made. Making hate by talking poetry. On forever you had it for me. And I died living up to what you thought I'd be. Well, go pretend you don't remember me. We don't spend. One thing will never be. Still both ones. Sincere apologies, but however hard you try, you can't forget about me. About me. Well, go pretend you don't remember me. We've gone to beds. One thing will never be. Still both ones. Sincere apologies, but however hard you try, you can't forget about me.
Hey!
Yay, thank you.
You've got all the
Wonderful.
staff in the room here absolutely rocking. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.